change the channel. You're in the right place. Yeah, you're in the right place. Don't change the channel. This is the Solomon Project. You're not in the wrong place. This is the Solomon Project, where it's not how much you make, it's how much you earn. I'm your host, Richard Burns. I know. You got thrown off by all the bling. I understand that. I want to ask you a question. I need you to participate by answering this question. It's very important. Very important to me because it lets me know who I'm working with. You're in your home with your family. There's a knock on the door. You go to the door. You ask who it is. There's no answer. You look through the peephole. You don't see anyone there. They're still knocking on the door while you're looking through the peephole and you don't see anybody. So you're wondering what is going on here. Is it the cops? Is it are they robbers? Is this a setup? What is going on? You got one of those cameras, those Ring door camera things. So you go and you grab your phone and look through it and you see absolutely no one anywhere. And they're still knocking on the door. Now you're bugging out. What is going on? Your door opens. Yeah, the locks come undone and the door opens. What? It's God. God's talking to you. You can hear him clearly. You're freaking out. Is this for real? God says, yeah, this is for real. Is it that time? No, it's not that time. So what are you doing here? God says, none of your business. No, he doesn't say that. He lets you know. I came to grant you and only you a gift. Just you and your family. That's it. Oh my goodness. You think to yourself, God, are you going to take me away from here? What's going on? No, we're not doing that. We're not pulling a Methuselah, none of that. We're not doing none of that. Elijah, none of that. But I'm here to offer you something. And there's only two options. Only two options here. Now you're nervous. Uh-oh. Am I going to have to make a promise to God or something? What's going on here? Well, God knows what you're thinking. He says, no, you ain't got to make no promises. Here's the deal. You got a choice. You got a good amount of time remaining for life. Now you're scratching your head because you're 30 years old. You're saying, whoa, wait a minute, I got a good amount of time. What does he mean? What's a good amount? Well, whatever, I'm not going to ask. And God says, yeah, you don't bother asking because I'm not going to tell you. Remember, I know what you're thinking. All right, so God is going to ask him this. He knows what the answer is. But I want you to answer. I want you to be in the place where God is asking you this. God tells him, listen, you got to pick one or the other. You can't have both. It's what is today anyway? Today's January what? June, I'm sorry. Today's June 12th. Today's June 12th, 2024, and you have to choose between $10 billion right now in your bank account or freedom. You got those two choices. Freedom or $10 billion in your bank account right now. Now, don't get crazy. Don't get all technical. Don't get funky. Freedom is however you define freedom, okay? Don't get crazy. Don't get technical. Don't bog yourself down with defining freedom and things you can do and can't do. Never mind all that. All right? You define it however you want to define it. But that's your choice. You got those two options, and that's it. You pick one or the other. That's it for the rest of your life. Freedom or $10 billion. You let me know. Put it down in the comments. Now, let's go over AJ's and CJ's account. I didn't get anything new from JB. So, JB's busy right now anyway. Maybe I could reach out in another month and convince him to send me an update on what his account is looking like, if he's not too busy. It's all good, though. It's all good. Let's kick it off with... Sonsing. Oh, you know what? Before I kick it off with Sonsing, let me make 100% sure that I'm prepared with CJ's account. I gotta see if he sent it to me or not. Because if he didn't send it to me, it's gonna be kind of hard to show it to you. And I definitely want to show it to you. But let's see. No, there's nothing yet. Nothing yet. But it doesn't matter. I got access to his information any old way. I'll post it. Trust and believe I'll post it. Let's start with, what do we want to start with? Do we want to start with, we're going to start with the positions. We're going to start with AJ's position. Okay? Now, AJ, I already broke it down to him. Whatever you see in your account, that's the value. That's the value on paper. Right? You're gonna see red numbers, which means that there's a decrease, or you're gonna see green numbers, which means that there's an increase. Now, yesterday I spoke about realized and unrealized gains and losses. So what you're gonna see here, let's put the positions on. You're gonna see a change today of minus $16.82. Minus. You got the minus, which means that the account went down in value $16.82. Why am I putting emphasis on the word value? Because this is not a realized loss. This is an unrealized loss. Okay, now that we got that straight, you can see here that now his account is $1,783.57. Keep in mind that gurus don't go around showing you the ups and downs of accounts. They might show you one loss or two, but they emphasize that their account is always doing well somehow. Well, this account is doing well, and yes, that's an unrealized loss. But let's move it over. Let's slide to one side and go to the gains and losses. Okay, now for the year, we're down. Year to date, not for the year, but year to date, we're down 7%. year to date. So from January 1st, we're down $136 year to date. Now, by looking at the gains and loss, and being that you already know that AJ is dollar cost averaging, which means that he doesn't try to purchase shares when he thinks they're at their lowest. He's not doing that. The money comes in one day, and whenever that money is clear to be used, which is usually, or used to be 3 business days. No, it is still 3 business days. The money clears in 3 business days. What changed was when the purchase of the stock clears. Before, it could take about 6 business days for you to, number one, for the money to clear, and then number 2, for the stock to be on the books, that you actually own it on your portfolio, right? Well, it went down from 6 days to 4 days. It still takes 3 business days for your money to be on the books after it's transferred in for the use of purchasing any kind of stock, unless the broker offers a means by which you can purchase stock that the brokerage acknowledges that the money's on its way. Not all stock qualifies for that privilege. Some stocks do not. For some stocks, you still got to wait the 3 business days. So when you dollar cost average, you're not trying to capture the lowest price. You're just buying as soon as that cash is available for you to purchase stocks with. So if it happens on a Friday, you're buying on a Friday. If it happens on a Monday or whatever other day in the week, you're buying on that day. You're not looking at price. You're not concerned with price. You're concerned with increasing the number of shares that you have. When you're buying dividend stocks and you don't have the time to be analyzing your portfolio 24/7, 365, maybe you got a job, maybe you got a profession, maybe you got a business, and you got to tend to it, and you ain't got time to be going inside your portfolio or going inside your brokerage and doing fundamental analysis, technical analysis. You ain't got time for all that. Well, dollar cost averaging. As soon as that money hits and it's cleared, you're buying. And in this case, now that we're on the gains and loss, yeah, AJ's going to buy the stock that is creating the greatest unrealized loss. And if you look at this, is the one on the bottom. So the average price that he's been paying for that particular stock is $20.43. The current price of that stock is below $20.43 by $4.87 currently. So AJ is gonna choose to buy that particular stock while he's dollar cost averaging. Okay, well, that's enough of that, man. Come on now. Let's move on. The income. This is the whole point of buying dividend stocks, is to create income by receiving dividends that the corporation pays out to its shareholders. We did the math yesterday. January 1st, we started out with an income for the year 2024 of $77. I told you that for now, the average increase in the income is $1 a week. There are 52 weeks in a year. We started out with $77. We're going to take the $77. We're going to add $52 to that, right? Because $1 a week, that's $52. And we're going to come up with $129. If we continue to increase the income by $1 a week, we're going to generate $129, or that's the expected amount, $129 by the end of 2024. So by December 31st, sorry for adding more days to the month, by December 31st, we should have an income of $129 for this account. Look where it's at right now. We started out at $77. It's at $114.71 right now. To make it to $129, we need to go up $15. And if it's $1 a week, that's 15 weeks. So it's looking like by the end of the year, we're going to go beyond $129. Now, why is that? Because we keep purchasing shares every week. Every week we're purchasing shares. Because we're purchasing shares every week, that's what's making the income go up $1 a week so far. That is going to change soon. It's not going to be $1 a week anymore. It's going to be up to maybe $1.25, $1.50 a week very soon. Very soon. Looky here. Here's a dividend payout. So one of the corporations on that list of 6 corporations that's in our portfolio paid us a dividend today, $12.75. A year and a half ago, when we started dumping money into this portfolio, instead of $12.75, we would have received 13 cents, 10 cents, 8 cents. What a difference a year and a half makes. $12. We're going to keep following this because inquiring minds want to know. Yes, inquiring minds want to know. And the beauty of this thing is that this is a real account. You're looking at stuff in real time. There's no phony baloney going on here, and it's that this isn't about trying to appeal to your greed. Obviously, there's no with an account so small, size doesn't matter. With an account so small, there's nothing that would appeal to somebody's greedy side. So here is CJ's account. CJ's up to $1,238. $1,000. Do you remember what it was last week? Yeah, I don't remember. But it's at 1,238 now. And he was able to purchase more shares today because today was when the money cleared for CJ. $10 billion or freedom? What do you want? What do you want? Tell me what, please tell me what you want. Or tell God, because God's the one that offered it to you. What do you want? Kitty, what do you want? You want freedom or $10 billion? You don't care, huh? You just want to keep driving? Listen, guys, stay fresh, keep it profitable. Kitty don't care. So I'm going to go for a ride with Kitty. Kitty, hey, wait for me, man.
Arabam Dacia, seviyorum çift kalem aça. Göremedi kimseden fayda. İşler
Oh, don't forget that step. Don't forget that elbow. Good swing. Good job. Go ahead. Go ahead. Swing hard. Swing hard. Swing at that thing. Swing at that thing hard. Yeah, like that. Yep, I think that's it.
Can I